Well, welcome to That's Good Broncos. I am Brandon Perna, and this is the Kubiak is Kubiak again episode. Because for the fourth time, yes, fourth time, Kubiak has been hired by the Denver Broncos organization. Big deal. I worked for Pizza Hut 6 different times in high school. Anyway, Gary returns in a scouting role, and the bottom line here is the Broncos have never won a Super Bowl unless both Gary Kubiak and John Elway are part of the organization. So if you're superstitious, then feel free to give the Broncos the Super Bowl 52 trophy right now. And yes, I am wearing my absolute finest denim in honor of Gary Kubiak. That's good, Broncos. Whoa, check it out. That's Good Broncos has a new paid sponsor. That's right, SeatGeek likes the way I look on camera. If you don't know, SeatGeek sells tickets to just about everything, and they rate their ticket prices on a scale of 1 to 100, so you know whether or not you're getting screwed. You can also click on the seat you want to purchase, and you will get a view from that seat. So use my promo code, you know what it is, that's good, all one word, and you can get $20 off your first order. That's real money back in your pocket. Unless you just have all digital money, then it's back into your bank account where numbers and money aren't even real that I know of. There's a link in the description, click it if you want to download the app, and again, that's good, one word, $20, money. Kubiak is returning in a scouting advisor role for the Broncos. It is true. And I wonder if Kubiak was part of Elway's contract negotiations. The diehard fan in me likes to believe that Elway was like, I'm not coming back unless, that's not his voice. I'm not coming back unless I can hire my dear friend Gary in a role that lets him do whatever the hell he wants while we pay him a good salary. It's the least I can do after giving him another Super Bowl and then making him leave. Has anyone really considered how strange the circumstances for this team have been the last 2 to 3 seasons? Wow. Wowee! John Elway, that's me. Those are my demands. Sign on the dotted line, Joe Ellis. Intense negotiations indeed. Kubiak's fancy title is Senior Personnel Executive. This was first reported by Mike Kliss on Twitter. Basically, Kubiak is going to get paid to watch football from his home in Houston, Texas, and tell Elway whenever he sees a player the Broncos should check out. It's a pretty amazing job if you ask me. I wish I could get paid to evaluate which White Walkers would be easiest to kill in Game of Thrones for Jon Snow. The John Elway of the North, because they're both great at comebacks. To make it sound more important than how I just explained it, Benjamin Albright on Twitter said Kubiak's role in the scouting department will be to provide a cross-check on the offensive players on the Broncos draft board. Here's the most interesting thing I noticed. If you pay attention to Denver sports media, then you know DMac from The Fan had been pushing a narrative that Kubiak and Elway did not part on good terms. Then, in his second tweet about the Kubiak hiring, Mike Kliss, who we all know is the official mouthpiece for the Broncos PR department, tweeted, "So much for whispers Kubiak left on bad terms with Elway. It was nothing but health." So basically, that's DMac fighting with the Broncos through words. And it's not just Mike Kliss talking about the Elway-Kubiak falling out narrative. Also, Troy Rank tweeted about it. Almost identical tweet to what Mike Kliss said. To me, sounds like there is a war of words happening within the Broncos media network. I know you can't silence DMac, and he's gonna say what he wants to say. That's what I respect about him. I know Troy Rank, Mike Kliss, 2 of the most successful guys in terms of talking about the Broncos. So there's the conundrum. Play by the rules, rise to the top, or don't play by the rules and rise to a different top. Or be me and use the fuck word too much and everybody will shit on you. Oh, we can't bring you in because you're too profane. We couldn't associate with you because of your swear words. We've got a president who said he grabbed women's pussies without their consent, and I can't get a fucking job in media because of the word fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Even the place that allows the fuck word won't talk to me. Barstool Sports, you bunch of fucking Jesus Christ, whose thing do I gotta put in my mouth to get to where I wanna go? Richtown, USA, where the tax rates are lower because I'm so rich, I don't have to pay into the system like everybody else. That's where I wanna be. I'm gonna lose my fucking shit if I have to stay down here in my basement working for minimum fucking wage the rest of my life. Actually, I won't, because this is very good therapy. This is very therapeutic. God bless. I don't say that. Regardless of what you think about the Kubiak and Elway situation, you cannot call Kubiak two-faced. He literally can only make one face, which is scowl. My point is, it's impossible to ever get a straight story. We outsiders will never know the full truth because sometimes guys like DMac are 100% correct about these things. Sometimes he's not. Either way, the Broncos PR department wanted to make a point about the relationship between Elway and Kubiak. Personally, I believe they did agree to mutually part ways, but it was because Kubiak could not meet Elway's demands of firing most of his coaching staff. That's an awkward situation to be in. Everybody at this level in the sports world has an ego, and I'm sure Gary Kubiak is no exception. It was his ego that believed the guys he had coaching his offense were the right fit when they clearly weren't. But then, that area of ego gets blurred because Kubiak's loyalty to his friends/colleagues is what ultimately cost him his job as the head coach. I respect the fact that he wasn't going to fire the guys he'd worked with for decades. Hopefully, one day, somebody powerful asks me to fire all of my friends. And then I will betray my friends. I'm not like Gary. Now, Gary is back in a scouting advisory role, which after being head coach is like being asked to deliver the meats to Subway after you owned your own store. Yes, Mr. Elway, I have found the best tasting salami in all of Texas, and it can be ours through the great sandwich meat draft of 2018. That's a shitty metaphor. Yesterday, Nikki Jabala posted this tweet: crazy Elway stat. In his 22 seasons with the Broncos as a player and exec, they've recorded more Super Bowl championships, 3, than losing seasons, 2. That's an incredibly impressive stat. Also, piss off, Josh Robbins. Nobody here gives a shit about Tom Brady. But, and I hate to one-up Nikki, but I think Kubiak's track record is even more impressive. Same number of Super Bowl wins as a coach with the Broncos, plus a Super Bowl win as quarterback coach in San Francisco, a perfect record as a placeholder, and both of his sons work for the Denver Broncos. So when you think about it, Kubiak has more blood lineage in the Denver Broncos than anyone. I am in the process of working out a lot of shit for this season. All of it's up in the air right now. I'm like a juggling master who's dropping a lot of balls, but once I catch those balls, I will tell you what the plan for this season is. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here. Give me a follow on Twitter @BrandonPerna, Instagram @BrandonPerna, and